Hello, guys. Welcome to All My Football View. And so Manchester United got to an awful and disaster start against Brighton, and as if it couldn't get worse, we got linked to Anatovic, Rabiot, which wasn't both players. None of them were linked with Manchester United previously until after the performance against Brighton, which for me is like the worst news ever. For me is like even worse than losing to Brighton because uh from if you look at the type of transfer Eric Ten Hag has requested, the likes of Frankie De Jong, the likes of uh, Anthony Sechko, who is going to be leaving for RB Leipzig, I think next year because he's gonna the deal already be agreed and he's gonna stay on loan for this season and will leave for RB Leipzig next season. So those signing, when you look at the likes of Holland, the what's his name, the guy who, so a lot of strikers that we've been linked to that we've that the board has failed to accomplish and get their signings, but instead they have wait over 12 months now 30, oh, I'm sorry, over 12 week now, more than 13 week they spend on getting Frankie De Jong, and still nothing has come up. So and it with the look of it right now, it seems we're not going to get Frankie De Jong. So today I'm just going to talk about why we should trust the manager because the type of transfer we've been linked with at the moment is kind of ridiculous to me. Like how do you went from getting Sesko and Anthony to getting Anatovic and Rabiot and Alvaro Morata? Because those signings, those players are not up to standard. We've seen them through the years. We've seen Alvaro Morata play for Chelsea. We've seen his performance, how what type of performance he can bring to team. But and most importantly, I don't think Eric Ten Hag won those players because like I usually said during Eric Ten Hag interview, he mentions I would rather develop the player myself rather than get the wrong player. We need it, and he always say he need the right signings, which is the right thing to do because looking back, all the signings Manchester United have did over the past years, I I can say over 80% of those signings have gone bad for Manchester United. You could say the best one we did so far is who is Bruno Fernandes. We got him cheap around 42 million pounds, which he has come hard well for Manchester United. Even though currently is playing really bad, not to expectation, but for the past 3 years is arguably be our best players. So now if we say we don't want McTominay, we don't want Fred, and we're going for Rabiot because if you look at Rabiot star compared to McTominay, McTominay actually have better star than him, given that he even play with better players. Because Juventus have a better players compared to Manchester United, in my opinion. So now, if you're gonna get such player to the team that has have a worse performance, playing with a better player, I mean, what is it gonna do in this team that is even less of what's the time for it? Less of skills player around him. So it is going to go from bad to worse because even worse to terrible because right now we are at our worst state. So if we sign Eric Ten Hag to bring us back to the level we once were, then when he requested a certain player, we should get him that type of player, not going for uh, a different type of player that will not suit him. So what the news that came out is Eric is Rabiot that spoke to Eric Tenat, which for me I don't, maybe that is true or not, I don't know. But they said the news came out that the deal has been agreed with Juventus, and only on what is left is the personal time with the player, and they're waiting for his mom because his mom is his agent. However, in my opinion, I don't think we need Rabiot because how do we go from getting Frankie De Jong to getting Rabiot? And we also link with Milikovic Savic from uh, Lazio, which because if you look back 2 years to 3 years, we were linked with the player and we were supposed to get him at that time. Now, because for me, I don't know. I don't think maybe Eric Ten Hag won the player. I don't know. Maybe it's the right player. I don't know. But my argument is if Eric Ten Hag won them, if that is the alternative that Eric Ten Hag require and demand, then okay, I'm good with it. But if not, we should not get just any player for the manager because it never ends well. We've seen the example from the past, and I understand everybody is in panic right now, which is what we expected. So because if you look up on social media, especially on Twitter, there's been panic. There's been a lot of talk, negative news surrounding Manchester United. How we're gonna end the season very terrible. We expected that because number one, we just get a new manager. The player just have one of the worst season post Salas Ferguson, and not there's no recruitment, especially where it's being needed most, which is the midfield and the striker. There's no any reinforcement for the manager, so we expected this performance from them. Although I will be honest that personally for me, I was expecting these players to do much better to try uh to make themselves come better than previous season because that was the performance, that was the expectation from me that okay, this guys is gonna do better than last season. They will try to hand the manager trust to maybe we consider them staying in the squad and forward, and maybe they can improve. However, I mean, I'm just totally wrong because Fred McTominay, they just look terrible on the ball. Passing wise, they don't have the right passing accuracy. They don't the way when they got the ball, they don't look comfortable on the ball. It's like they're in panic. So even in spite of that, in spite of the performance, and in spite of the fact that the player don't want to uh make themselves better. However, I still think we should trust the manager. If Manchester United fans think, oh, we should got the signings uh at all costs, regardless of what type of signing it is, then that's not a good look because then now because if he got the signings, say he got Rabiot, got Savic, and that's not the player I want, and at the end of the day, he ends up with a situation like of Van der Beek or Paul Pogba or who else? They're not performing right. So what's gonna be the excuse or what's gonna be the argument? Oh, the manager is not good. We because that won't be that for me. That would make no sense because my Eric Ten Hag has shown is a very good coach, is a very good manager over the past years, and his record shows he has the records to show for it. So instead of being panic and just trying to push a wrong signing for the manager, maybe we should wait. Maybe we should trust the manager. Maybe we know the type of owner we have. The owner doesn't give they don't give a rat, they don't give a damn about the club. We know that, and they don't want to spend. We know that. And I've seen on social media, Manchester United fans trying to protest at Old Trafford. There's been a different arrangement to protest the owner, to get the right man, to get them to spend and get the manager the player he wants, which I feel like that's a very nice, a very good tactic. Even though we there's been protests past years and nothing has changed. But I think with more consistency, they'll probably listen. That because that's what I thought it should happen. But not giving the manager the wrong player, because at the end of the day, a wrong player will give us same result as we've had past, right? So if we got the wrong if he got the wrong player, we're gonna keep having same result. So it's better, like you said, to have the right player or build a player you want by himself. So that's what I think. That's what I think we should give. I think we should give Eric Ten Hag the time. I think his playing pattern is very impressive, and even though the first half was terrible against Brighton, I think we can see the improvement in the second half. The player played better, in my opinion, especially with when the new player when they substitute player in, they really play better. So maybe instead of just angry, yes, we should be angry at the management and the board for not signing players, but uh pushing the manager to get the wrong player because the fans are panicking, because the fans are angry. I don't think that's the right thing. I think we should give him the time to build the team, even if it means we don't make Champions League next season. Yeah, we expect that because the squad are not good enough. We not expect a lot of Manchester United before the season start knew we're not gonna make Champions League, including myself. So, yeah, I'm ready to wait for the manager to build its team correctly instead of just putting in a player, because at the end of the day, we know the type of management we have. When they got this uh, average player, when they got this player in, they give them a ridiculous salaries, paycheck that when they try to sell them, it's difficult for them to sell because nobody will pay them that such salary, right? So if you're trying to get rid of them later, it will be difficult. So why do that in the first place? We've made this same mistake consistently to the point that we should realize at this point we shouldn't make same mistake again, right? So in my opinion, let's just give the manager the time. I feel like we panic because we've seen other club like Manchester City, Liverpool, which has been one of our greatest rival, and they're doing well in terms of football, and we're not. I get that, but if you look at Liverpool before club, then we're not doing well as well. But with the right step, with the right build, look at them right now. They've won the league they haven't won in the past 30 years. Even though I don't want them to win it, yeah, I don't like Liverpool either. And they've won the Champions League again, right? So I think we should give the manager the right time. We should be patient. We should be patient with the manager and let him build his team according to his liking and what he think is best. Even if he doesn't get a signing, if it means he has to build the player, I think some of our academic players are very good and they're exciting to watch. I think they can be really good for the squad if Eric Ten Hag work with them and build them up. Maybe that's what's gonna happen instead of getting the wrong signing and just wasting money around. So that's my opinion, and let me know what you think. There have been I'm going to be talking about some of the transfer later on today, maybe tomorrow, because there's been a link with PSV Gecko, and I think there's the deal has been agreed with Rabia. Hopefully not, but I think that's the news right now. Also, there's been a link with Savic from last year. Not sure how that's gonna go. Maybe Manchester United still on Frankie De Jong deal. Don't know how that's gonna end to. There's been a news that Barcelona is as trying to uh, take a legal action against those contracts that was kind of shaky in some way. So I'll be talking about those later on today or tomorrow. So let me know what you think. Do you think we should give the manager, the Manchester United should sign those players that were linked with us, or we should give the manager the time and be patient with the signings and let the manager get the right signings instead of just getting any player. So this is all my football view. If this is your first time on this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. Let me know your opinion. Please subscribe. It will really mean a lot to this channel, and I will be seeing you guys next time. Thank you.